Hello everyone, I'm Ugo Urban and I'm on Blueprint Africa TV on the show called My Mind. So I'll be talking about transgender issues and transgender females competing in biological women's sports, that's non-trans. I find it disrespectful when a man walks away from being a man and decides to be a woman because it feels like being a woman. And then you go and compete in women's sports because you feel like it's your right to compete because you identify as a woman. But note that women's sports were created because they can't compete with men, biologically. 40% stronger muscles, and then you feel like you have to compete, and then you're winning the medals and you're proud of yourself. That's absurd to me. You're not giving biological women a fair chance at sports to compete among themselves to win something. I think to make it better, transgender sports needs to be created for transgender males, they have their own sport. Transgender females, they have their own sports. Not transgender female going to come and compete with only women's sports and then taking the medals and it's their right because they choose to identify as. I think that's the best thing to be done because I don't understand how you can just walk into a gender and say you feel like being part of that gender or you feel like that gender, because I really need to know what that feeling is. How do you actually feel that makes you think that that's how a woman feels and you should be a woman? I mean, it's your right, but I need to know what's the feeling behind everything. Now, another one is about going on a date with somebody who is a trans person. I'm a man and I find you very attractive, and then you fail to mention to me that you're trans. Meanwhile, I read an article that says it's not necessary for a trans person to tell you that they are trans, but it's safer to do so. I mean, there's also a disclaimer there. So, I mean, we go on a date a few times, we chat, we talk on the phone, you sound feminine because of maybe the pitch in your voice, and then we see face to face and you look like a female. And then we go on a few dates and maybe a point comes where we boogie down and have sex, and then you strip, I find out that you have the same genitals as me. It's in the call for you. I think people need to put a disclaimer. When you meet somebody new, hi, I'm so and so person. Along the line, you then throw into the conversation that you are trans to make it better for people that don't yet understand it. It's not discrimination, it's not prejudice, it's just respecting other people that don't understand something. So you can be trans, and that's nothing, it has nothing to do with me, but if I'm going to have to associate with you on an intimate level, on a sexual level, I think you need to throw it in the air that, oh, I'm trans. Don't surprise me when we're alone in the room and you want to scare me? Come on, let's help ourselves. If you want people to get used to this and understand it and accept it, you have to take appropriate measures to sensitize people and make them understand. Don't just surprise somebody. I mean, don't just surprise someone and say, because it's your right, you then surprise me. Come on. I think that's my own piece. I'm Ugo Urban and this is Blueprint Africa TV. Thanks for having me on the show, and I hope you guys find sense in this. No, this is not discrimination. A disclaimer, this is not a discrimination, this is not prejudice. It's just me expressing how I feel about certain things concerning transgender. You have a right to be a trans, but let people know. And don't take advantage of what you are now and your right to enter into women's sports. Don't take advantage of what you are to lead men on because you want money from men, because men are attracted to females, and then you use that to make money from them without really saying you are trans, because if some men knew you're trans, they wouldn't give you a listening ear. So I think people have a right to know what you are. Thank you guys. I'm Ugo Urban.